came like a thief in the night, the flood of 2011. Water is one of nature's unstoppables. Once it gets rolling, creeping in, crawling into every hole, it will have to run its course. You can try to stop it, and you just might hold things off. But truth be told, if the flood wants it, then it will have it. All we can do is get out of its way any way we can.
So we're going to go back to Newswatch 16's Don Jacobs. He is at the Emergency Operations Center.
I'm standing on the 200 block of Broad Street in Montoursville.
We're going to order a mandatory evacuation. Stay away until the local authorities have certified with us that it's safe to go back.
Those first few days were especially awful.
Take a look behind me. This is Route 11.
The shock, the destruction, the stinking mud, everything covered with it. Where to begin? Where would it end?
Just think how you'd feel if you saw your house looking like that.
The water came and kept coming until it overran the Bloomsburg Fair. At that point, the unthinkable happened. The Bloomsburg Fair for 2011 was canceled.
The board just supports closing the fair for this year.
The show would not go on. The water brought with it, you may recall, a thick, smelly, sticky mud. The mud stayed on everything it touched and didn't leave when the floodwaters finally did. Once the water went down, it was easy to see why the show had to be canceled.
It would take too long to get it ready by the 24th, but I'll miss it. Yeah.
The damage was overwhelming. It would be impossible to have everything cleaned up, the electricity back on, and the vendors moved in time for the scheduled opening. Added to the damage done by the flood around the region, now the annual highlight of many would not happen. No fun, food, or entertainment to escape the drudgery of flood recovery many were involved in. Well, that was a year ago, all that devastation. But look at it today. The Bloomsburg Fair is back and ready to roll. The Bloomsburg Fair is one of those places that is part of growing up around here and part of autumn celebrations in this neck of the woods. It took a lot of hard work to get to where it is today following the devastating floods of last year. We took a little walk around with Paul Reichert, the president of the fair, who talked to us about exactly where the water was in relation to the buildings here.
The water here was probably about a little over halfway the mural, and it kind of basically ruined it. So we had the artist that originally done it come back, put a few hours here doing the mural over.
So we would have been underwater here then?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Wow. Wow.
By remodeling these buildings a little bit and checking around here, it's just beautiful. We got murals over here on the wall. It's brand new, and I think it's going to just add to our whole agricultural fair, basically.
Good job. We went through a few buildings here, Paul Reichert and I. It is hard to imagine what happened here last September. The water level of June 1972. The water level of 2011. It was high enough, the current strong enough to blow the doors out. Once inside, there was little to stop it. The water climbed higher and higher up the walls. But Paul is quick to point out that was then. This is now. There's new paneling, fresh paint. When we came by, the vendors were in that last-minute flurry of work, eager to be set up and ready to sell when the gates opened. It's been a long time coming. Good to see. It's all coming back. So, there you have it, the story behind the story of what happened to the Bloomsburg Fair last year. Boy, we're looking forward to seeing all of you down here during the week.